Hello, everyone! Yeah, the Prime I know the second most about. I watched some of the movies. He was in Dark of the Moon, right?
He, yeah, no, that was him.
Yeah, he's the one that betrayed because for some reason he made a deal with the Decepticons. I don't know, remember why.
A deal had to be struck with Megatron, and that's really all he explained it.
I. Why did a deal have to be struck with Megatron? What?
I don't fucking know. Why did their grand plan rely on Optimus finding the Matrix on a planet? Well, an artifact that had been long lost on a planet the Fallen was going to fucking end anyway.
Why did all of Transformers get involved in human history keep happening? I don't know. But anyway.
Why did Soundwave know about this before the first movie even happened and no one did a damn thing?
You're asking questions I don't have the answer to. All we know is that Sentinel usually isn't a good guy in any of his depictions as far as I remember.
And he was trying in IDW 2019, but fuck IDW 2019.
Animated, I remember animated Sentinel, I remember movie Sentinel, and those are the ones that I'm basing my opinions off of. So if there's any ones that are actually good, yeah.
I mean, there's Sentinel Zeta Prime from War for Cybertron.
Yeah, but
Sentinel. His backstory is pretty the same as Sentinel in 1, except instead of kowtowing to the alien invaders when he was installed as a puppet ruler, he assembled the Wreckers in secret and waged a war to throw off the yoke of oppression.
I just remember that seems like a dumb idea, but what I will say is, yeah, I did watch Transformers 1, so I know that Sentinel, he's also terrible, but that one's more, people have basically compared him to Homelander, and I see it. I see it when they said that.
It.
Yeah, where he's...
the scariest part of Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime is he's so charismatic that I can't help but like him.
He does, he's very charismatic, but the main problem is that he is terrible, and you can see through that. When you start to see through that, it starts to crack for him. As long as he's in power, that doesn't crack, but as soon as it does, he starts to freak out, and then the charisma's gone.
In fairness, I would also freak out if someone's about to tear me in half.
But yeah, you know what I mean. Also, apparently his toy is good. Though it is funny if I see a bunch of people just having the toy in half. Anyway.
Oh my god, they made a fucking Missing Link Sentinel Prime, and it's just Optimus Prime in yellow based on the truck that got scanned in the first episode.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway.
We are diving into Cybertronian
I
history
don't remember
this week
this look.
as we take a look at the Transformer who was the leader of the
Sentinel
Autobots before Optimus Prime. These are the basics on...
No, I think that's his normal... I think that's his original body in IDW, but with Zeta Prime's head slapped on it. Because that's from Transformers Legends, I can tell from the art style.
Sentinel Prime. The first story to feature any version of the Autobot leader before Optimus Prime was the 1986 Transformers cartoon episode 5 Faces of Darkness Part 4. In this story, a series of flashbacks to the ancient past of Cybertron featured an unnamed blue and orange robot who had once been a gladiator in the days when the alien Quintessons ruled the planet, who rose up to lead the Autobots to victory in their first war against the Decepticons. Identified only as U-Haul Robot in the episode's script, this Autobot was killed by Megatron at the start of the next war, and left the Matrix of leadership in the hands of Alpha Trion to be passed on to the next worthy leader.
The animation errors are weird here.
Yeah, no, what the fuck happened to the Matrix?
It looks like he's ripping out his own heart and giving it to him, more likely.
Alternatively, another way to describe this scene. Hey, dumbass says what? What? Fusion cannon!
It feels like just Transformers abridged. Which, honestly, I would see you and Kai continuing at some point.
You're damn right I would.
Anyway.
The Marvel Comics continuity would introduce its own version of Optimus Prime's predecessor 2 years later in 1988, when a yellow and orange robot was seen passing the Matrix to Optimus in a one-panel flashback in issue number 150 of the British comic. A further 2 years later, in
Yeah, we
1990,
got Nova
issue
Prime.
number 65 of the American comic gave this robot a name for the first time. Sentinel Prime.
I will say the art here is very good. I know it's a pretender, but this does look like creepy art to a horror novel.
That issue was basically just straight up a riff on Aliens.
Not surprising.
Now, for many years, the character of Sentinel Prime existed only within the world of the Marvel comic, and fans had no particular reason to think that the blue robot from the cartoon and the yellow robot from the comic were the same character. But in the 21st century, Sentinel slowly began appearing in more and more Transformers series, steadily rising in prominence and looking very different each time, leading to the retroactive declaration in 2010 that the U-Haul robot was indeed a version of Sentinel Prime as well. But that's jumping ahead a little.
Yeah.
You see, at first, these new series treated Sentinel as little more than a historical footnote, a departed figure from Cybertron's past. Dreamwave Productions' 2002 comic book, The War Within, described how he had been killed by Megatron before the series began, while the 2003 novel, Transformers Hardwired, saw the mysterious aliens The Keepers create a replica of Sentinel to torment Optimus Prime with the fear that he couldn't live up to his predecessor's legacy.
No one ever talks
It
about
was the
these novels.
2007 comic book, Megatron Origin from IDW Publishing,
cool
that
design.
gave Sentinel Prime his first active role in a Transformers story. In this tale of the beginnings of the war, Sentinel, appearing with a design
I never
loosely
really
based on
cared
his
for
look in the
Megatron
Marvel
Origin.
Well, teach
Because
though.
I feel it just feels so much lesser compared to all the rest of these origin story. His time as a miner, as an author, rebelling against the Functionist Council. With Sentinel, it's just the guy in charge is an asshole who likes to wave the military around, and Megatron's a gladiator making waves.
Comic was the head of Cybertron's Autobot security forces, who had little time for the bureaucracy of the Senate that he served. When the Decepticons began their revolt against this corrupt system,
Prime.
Sentinel led the fight against them, but was killed in his first battle with Megatron. With its depiction of Sentinel as the militant enforcer of an oppressive government, Megatron Origin was the first story to present him as something of a morally dubious figure, a personality trait that over the next decade would gradually grow to become the defining
2007.
characteristic
It was 2007.
Yeah.
Interesting.
of Sentinel Prime across Transformers media. Sentinel made his first named appearance on television and received his first toy in 2007's Transformers Animated, a brand new design with a monster truck snowplow alternate mode. In this series, the Prime rank was held by multiple Autobots simultaneously, so rather than Optimus Prime's predecessor, the smug, arrogant, condescending animated incarnation of Sentinel was his contemporary and rival.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget racist.
I forgot that Prime was just a rank in this.
Yeah, Magnus is supreme leader in animated. Prime is like, it's high up there. It's a bit higher than Major.
Some of the designs I'm okay with in animated. Like the human designs, they're fine. It's just, here comes the Crimson Chin with a lot of those designs, especially Optimus design. I couldn't.
You realize-
I couldn't. It's awful. It's terrible.
It's amazing. Fuck
It's
you. And Sentinel's
awful.
design is a shout out to the Tick.
Okay.
Because that's who voiced him.
Huh, I didn't know that. But yeah, Optimus' design is the worst. They gave him those terrible lips as well. Anyway, besides my wibbling about that, we're going to head on more about this Sentinel, which is also the worst.
Initially, Sentinel's role in the series was intended to be filled by Rodimus Prime, but
Oh.
Hasbro didn't like the idea of a classic legacy character like Rodimus being, well, a massive jerk, so another Prime was selected from Transformers.
Honestly, I can't agree to that because Rodimus doesn't deserve that shade.
And then IDW Rodimus is a fucking man-child. A lovable man-child, but Holy shit, he got a lot of people killed on his own pride.
Sentinel was designed to look like cartoon
you
superhero
said it.
The Tick, as both characters were voiced by the same
I
actor,
do like The Tick.
Townsend Coleman.
We should watch the
Let's get the
tick.
big
Sentinel and
Favorite
Optimus
running
were
around at
once
this point.
friends who trained together at the Autobot
Yeah,
Academy
fine.
until an unsanctioned mission to an alien planet organized by Sentinel resulted in the apparent death of their fellow cadet, Elita 1. Sentinel blamed Optimus and let him take the fall for the debacle. Optimus was expelled from the Academy, while Sentinel graduated to become a member of the Cybertron Elite Guard, serving directly under Cybertron's ruler, Ultra Magnus. Sentinel and Optimus's paths would cross again years later when the Elite Guard came to Earth, where the two
I
primes
remember
found
this.
themselves constantly butting heads
Yeah.
as their teams tried to work together to battle the Decepticons.
And there's Jazz, but yeah, Sentinel was always just a dick in this especially since he was now over Optimus, he was especially a dick.
He
That
didn't
much-
actually outrank him.
Oh.
They're both primes. So Sentinel tried to argue that
Sentinel's-
he is the primer prime.
Dear God.
Contemptuous attitude and hatred of organics made
Oh,
him the
yeah.
butt of many jokes as
Oh,
he
yeah,
repeatedly
this.
underestimated the dangers of Earth. But eventually, after discovering that Elita was still alive and had joined the Decepticons, he and Optimus managed to achieve
He's
a
actually
kind
more
of peace
horrified by
with one
Black
another.
Arachnia's condition.
After
than Black
Ultra Magnus
Arachnia
was
is.
wounded in a Decepticon attack, Sentinel
course.
returned to Cybertron to take his place as the planet's new leader, quickly instituting an authoritarian regime. But
Wow.
unfortunately, the fourth season of the show that would have seen Sentinel's eventual downfall and Optimus's rise to take his place was never produced.
Yeah,
So-
he was gonna commission his Power Master armor, try and take the fight to Megatron, except Optimus would have stolen it.
Alright.
And also was try to wield the Allspark as a weapon against Megatron, which was not gonna end well.
Also, a question. Was Optimus teaming up with the Decepticons there?
In which part?
In the last season? I couldn't tell. I never watched that season.
Oh no, that was him bringing the Decepticons back to Cybertron in chains and getting a hero's welcome.
Oh, okay.
Another version of Sentinel Prime appeared in the
Yeah, this
Alignment
one.
continuity that debuted in 2010, though this one didn't have a smooth introduction. See, different pieces of media
Yeah, he looks
referred to
different,
Optimus
too.
Prime's predecessor in
Aligned
this
continuity
continuity
was always
with different
misaligned.
names. The War for Cybertron video game identified him as Zeta Prime, the name of another Prime from IDW's comics. But the game's
Yeah.
novel and comic book adaptations went with Sentinel Prime. Hasbro would eventually reconcile the mix-up by declaring that his full name was Sentinel Zeta Prime. Sentinel Zeta's story combined elements of all previous
Confusing.
versions of the character. He was a former member of the Elite
Yeah.
Guard who rose to power during the Quintesson occupation of Cybertron and led the rebellion that drove them off the planet, only for the Decepticons to in turn rebel against his oppressive government. He served as a boss in War for Cybertron, which showed how he was defeated and destroyed by the Decepticons while attempting to protect the Omega Key that led to the core of Cybertron.
And he just ripped it
Sentinel's next
down.
appearance would be his
Yeah, here we
biggest
go.
yet when he joined the world.
I don't remember what vehicle he is. He's some sort of fire
Fire
vehicle.
truck. I think
That-
a British one. Let me check.
I have never seen a fire truck like that, which, as you probably know, I know quite a few fire trucks, so...
I think it's British.
Well, let me look up what a British fire truck...
Rosenbauer Panther 6x6 airport fire truck.
So it's an airport fire truck. That actually makes more sense, considering the way the nozzle looks.
Yeah, and the way the nozzles look, the way it's clearly going for a lower profile.
Yeah, so that it can get under the planes. Alright, that makes sense. I've never seen...
the
I've never seen a...
It was produced by an Austrian manufacturer.
Interesting. But yeah, I've never seen an airport fire
action
truck. so,
movies
yeah.
in 2011's Dark of the Moon, voiced by actor Leonard Nimoy, with a new alternate
Oh,
role
yeah.
of a
It
Rosenbauer
was Leonard
Panther
Nimoy.
airport
Or
fire truck.
Spock goes nuts.
The movie incarnation of
Spock.
Sentinel had personally mentored Optimus Prime. He was believed to have died when his spacecraft, the Ark, disappeared during the war on Cybertron. But in the present day, the
Starship
Autobots
probably got an
discovered
ass
that the
kicking
ship
for
had
that.
crashed on Earth's moon. They recovered Sentinel from the wreck and reactivated him, only to be horrified when he turned against them. It turned out that long ago, he had struck a deal with Megatron to use space bridge technology to conquer Earth and harvest
Also, he
its
carries
resources.
a cosmic rust blaster. Like, holy fuck! Why would anyone with a shred of decency carry a weapon that literally decomposes your body at the point of impact?
Also, very slowly considering what we saw him do to Ironhide.
Yeah, no, like, God, I'll take a fusion cannon over being shot by that any day.
It's basically something the Tyranids would have. Yeah.
To repair the devastated Cybertron. The pair soon put their evil plan into action,
God, I
but
love Hobo
Megatron
Megatron.
came to think that he was in danger of being usurped as leader by the Imperious Sentinel, and so
He
decided
was.
to betray the betrayer and helped Optimus Prime destroy him.
Fun fact.
Sentinel's
The
appearance on the Silver...
novelization, Megatron's sincere with his offer of he'll take his Decepticons and go rebuild Cybertron, and Optimus lets him live in the novelization.
Huh.
screen was naturally accompanied by the release of numerous toys, but there wasn't a toy of the original Generation 1.
I will say that I do also never really like how exactly some of the movie Transformers look. I especially don't like the human, their heads.
Yeah, it's a real problem. It's like, first movie, Jazz, fucking beautiful design, super clean, fun, cool weapon, cool toy. Then they just kept. Then you get to the Wreckers of Dark of the Moon. It's like, why are we doing this?
They just keep making them look more like robotic humans, and I don't like it.
Why did you design them after NASCAR fans?
I don't know.
One incarnation of Sentinel Prime until 2016's Titans Return.
Oh.
Based on Sentinel's appearance in IDW's comic books, this figure transformed into a Trian and a spacecraft, and its head was formed by the Titan Master Infinitus, who granted Sentinel the power to slow down time. To tie in with the release of this toy, IDW brought
Can I just say, this is a dumb thing, but I like how he always looks like he's basically pouting. Right here. It's a dumb thing, but...
back to life in their comics, revealing that he had survived his apparent demise in Megatron Origin thanks to his Titan Master abilities. With the character's role in Transformers canon having been redefined in the 10 years since he had last...
What?
So, yeah, no, Sentinel came back to life, saw that the Decepticons hadn't been wiped out to a man, and that people from the colonies were existing on Cybertron, and immediately declared he needed to kill everyone involved in this.
Oh, God.
Appeared in the comics, particularly by Dark of the Moon, Sentinel was turned into an unambiguous villain, an ideologue disgusted by the changed face of modern Cybertron. He attempted to use an army of Titans to wipe the planet clean so he could return it to the simpler days of his time, but was stopped by the Autobots.
So I'm not allowed
From a minor historical figure to a blockbuster movie villain, Sentinel Prime has come a long way and changed a lot. His next appearance is slated to be in IDW's new rebooted comic book universe. We don't yet know if he's going to carry on being a villain, but we can be pretty sure about the fate that awaits him.
Yep, 5 years ago.
It's been forever since I've read 2019, but like, he was aggressive and a bit of a hardliner against the Incenticons, but like, I don't think they ever had the time to make him nearly as much of a bastard as IDW 2005 Sentinel was.
Well, I mean, no one likes a traitor, but yeah.
Yeah, no, he died to the Rainmakers, and then Optimus carried on the Matrix, etc.
History has taught us anything, it's that Sentinel must fall if Optimus is to become Prime.
Yeah.
Sentinel
Prime those are the basics on Sentinel.
I, Optimus Prime, now your leader.
That sounds a little more Starscreamy, but anyway, what do you guys think of Optimus Prime? Or Sentinel Prime? Do you think he's a horrible person? Do you think he's goofy as hell? Let us know in the comments. And yeah. If you guys...
if we'll get a basics on Dave.
Who's Dave? Oh, well, I'll ask about that later. This video is long enough. So, thank you all so much. We'll see you later. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We have more stuff over on the Patreon for you if you want to join and be a member. And yeah, do all those things so you can see more. Bye-bye, guys.